Hi everybody. This is kind of my March, end of March, beginning of April update, and it really is ending on a sad note. And so I want to tell you why you haven't seen me this month and why I'm not doing a live tonight. I was planning to do a live tonight, but I'm not going to. And I'll tell you why shortly. Well, let's just get why it's a sad note today. We live near a very tiny airport. My dad was a pilot and he had a private plane. And you can fly off our property. You can literally take a small plane and fly off our property. That's why my dad bought it. So over the years, we have had people have their planes here, and they stay, and they become friends of the family. And over the years, they come and go. Well, I found out today, the last one that has been here has been over 20 years. He's kept his plane here, I think close to 20 years. It was long. He was here long before my father passed away, put it that way. And my dad's been gone. My dad passed in 2010, so that's 9 years ago. And he's been here longer than that and has kept his plane here. He's not much older than I am. Well, I found out he passed away the beginning of this month. He was 64. And so it was shocking. Of course, the more I think about it, I get messages, guys. You know that about me. So there were some signs. It was not, he was a good friend. He wasn't over here a lot. He didn't fly his plane a lot. But he would be over to check on his plane. He'd stop in, say hi, how you doing? You guys need anything? You need any help? I'll take care of that for you. He'd do this and that for us. And I thought it was strange. February, we had a few snowstorms, and he wasn't over to clean off his plane or to check on it. And that was not, not that we wouldn't see him in the winter, but we know that he had been over to check on his plane even if we hadn't seen him. And so I did think that was kind of odd. And we didn't see him all spring and all this month. And I thought that was kind of odd, although we didn't have any snowstorms. So I see his truck, and I was pretty sure it was his truck, but it wasn't him. And so I walked down and I said, "Are you with Ralph?" And it was a young woman, and I said, "Is he with you?" And she said, "He passed away March 8th. And we don't pick up papers, and, it's nothing that would have been on the news. So he, even if he did, I don't know if it would have connected, because sometimes you know people by their first names and you don't connect with their last name. And I don't think it was in the papers we get anyway. We only get a local. And even though he was local, it was he was in a different area, kind of New Hampshire. It's kind of complicated. So he probably wasn't in our local paper, put it that way. And I'm glad in a way. I'm glad we didn't read it in the paper. I'm glad I got told by his daughter. But the hardest part was walking back to the house and having to tell my mother. That was the hardest part. I'm like, I'm okay when somebody passes. It's not that it's not sad. And it's not that I won't miss that person. But I know that when we pass, we only leave the body. So I know we go on. So that part is not difficult for me. So the most difficult thing for me is having to tell my family. And we had another person that had a plane here, and he was killed in a motorcycle accident, and my parents happened to be vacationing at the time. And I just knew it was the right thing to let them know. My sister was like, don't tell them, don't tell them. I didn't want them to come home to that. I wanted them to know that he had died in an accident. And so I did let them know. And they were glad that I let them know, even though they were on vacation. They were pleased that I had let them know. So don't keep things from people. Let them know. It's important so they can process something. So I'll be okay. But I keep looking at his plane and just like, dang, Ralph, you were so close to retirement, you know? But I think he was tired. I feel that in my bones. He was just tired. Tired of living. It happens. So on that somber note, so that's why I'm not doing a live tonight. And why I haven't been live is I had some dental x-rays done at a tech where people go to learn. And I'm very sensitive in my neck because of injuries I've had over the years to my neck. That it causes, it's not technically a migraine, but it causes migraine type headaches because the muscles and the tendons get really tight in my neck and shoulders, and stress can do that too. So what happened is that triggered that because I had some swelling because it really displaced my jaw. And like, I like to sleep. I'm so strange. I sleep with a blanket like over my face. And for like a week, I couldn't have the blanket touching my face. I was so sore. So that triggered that. And so I just couldn't do live videos. But I do want to do live with you. If you're still with me, I know I've been rambling. I still want to do some lives. It may not be Sunday nights. It may just be when I'm ready, because I want to do some readings for you with the Dark Mansion Tarot, because I have a lot of psychic fairs coming up this next month. So, and other things. At the beginning of the month, like, probably I would say a week after Ralph passed, and I don't find this as any accident, even though I didn't really know, I got this strong, really strong urge to get prepared for my mother. Doesn't mean I don't know she's going to pass right away. I don't believe that. But that I need to be prepared. And me being prepared is meaning that I have to be able to take care of myself. I cannot live in this house. I do not want to live in this house. Even if I could, I would not want to. This house needs a lot of work. Just so you know, I've had a lot of trouble with my vehicle. It's actually okay now. It just has, because of all the salt this year, the muffler needs attention, so I'm not driving it. I had good treads put on my mother's car, so I'll be running that from now on. So I'm going to sell mine because it is a good vehicle. It's just, it's not what I'm going to need for my future. So that is going to be sold, and I am going to sell my exercise bike, probably my massage table. I'm going to sell my bed, everything that I need, that I don't need, that is not going to serve my life in the future. I need to get rid of, and I need to get a vehicle that will support my future. And I will talk about that because I will share that journey with you, but I'm not ready to do that right now. So I have a lot of tarot coming up this month. So within the next couple of weeks, I have 2 weeks before I really get into like tarot almost every weekend. So in the next 2 weeks, I will do some lives where you guys can get some readings from the Dark Mansion Tarot and maybe a couple others, but I really want to work with that. And I will give you some updates and keep you posted. And yeah, my shoulders and neck, they will get better. When this gets triggered, it can take a long time for it to heal and calm down. It's something I've been through before. It just takes time, but it hurts. And it's been such a long time since I've had this type pain that it's even harder in a way to deal with, because I haven't had it in a long time, because I had been good. And since I changed my diet and stuff, I just like no sugar or no carbs. It had been really good. Now, here and there I had some, but nothing that was lasting. But yeah, so I hope you stick with my channel. I'll be back. I just can't do it tonight, guys. But soon. Life goes on. Many blessings. And remember, be wild.